Hey guys, do you have a sink with grout that's coming out like this? Well, I am going to show you a quick and easy way to remove your old nasty caulk and put in your new caulk. Hey guys, so this is a really simple task. It's just taking time and elbow grease to get it done, but the tools you're going to need are a caulk gun and caulk, and we'll talk about that in a minute because it is a special caulk, and the pair of scissors just to snip the end of the caulk gun, and then a little nail if you don't have a cap, also to puncture the caulk. There's a seal down here, so you can puncture it with this nail, and then you can also use it as, I'm using it as like a little stopper. And this is like a 5-in-1 tool for painting, scraping. I'm using that in place of like a razor, but you can use a razor if you don't have one of these. And a hair dryer, so it can be any hair dryer. This one's just a little travel one that I have. And a little bucket for your bleach. You're going to make a little mixture of bleach and water, and a sponge, and then a toothbrush just to go back over through the removed grout and just kind of get any little remnants out. So that's pretty much it. As mentioned, the caulk is a special caulk. So my father-in-law, who is a certified electrician, does all sorts of home repair and knows how to do, he used to run a school. So he knows how to repair just about anything. He recommended this premium sanded silicone caulk. It's a sanded grout. And the reason you want to use that instead of just your regular caulk is because you're going to be matching the tile and the granite together. So it looks a little bit more like grout, and it's also waterproof with the silicone. So it won't, hopefully it won't leak and get moldy or have the potential to get moldy. So that was actually hard to find. We had to get it at Floor & Decor, but I did go to Ace, Home Depot, and Lowe's, and none of them had it. Maybe in your area they do, but I would definitely call before you go over there, just because most of the stores that I found did not have it. So there you go, ready to get started. Okay, so using your hair dryer, you're going to start going little bit by little bit. You want to heat this up, not so hot that it actually melts anything that might be behind it. But you're just going to want to, you'll actually start to see the caulk kind of turn, not liquid, but it just looks a little bit more pliable and rubbery. So if it looks kind of hard right now when you first start the hair dryer, you will see how it becomes pliable. And once it gets to that stage, keep your hair dryer going, and you're going to take this and then just start to scrape the wall, and then come back underneath and start to scrape the actual where it meets the granite or whatever type of laminate or counter you have. All right. So I have actually done majority of this side of the counter, if you can see, is done the removing, I should say, of the old caulk. And this is all right. For the next step, we want to go ahead and use some bleach and water, and I'm going to use not hot but warm water, and I'm going to go ahead and fill this bucket up with about 1/3 of bleach, so maybe about that's about a 1/2 cup, and just make it roughly whatever that is. So that should be good enough. And I want to squeeze out my sponge, which is just a dirty sponge I use for cleaning the house, and go ahead and just soak that. And if you want, you can soak your toothbrush as well. So I have a damp, not soaked sponge, and I'm just going to go ahead and again get that bleach kind of into the cracks. And actually, while I'm at it, I'll give this tile a little cleaning. I never forget behind here. Usually we have all sorts of things, coffee pots and blenders and banana holders and things like that. So this is a good opportunity. Just give this a little scrub with a little bit of bleach. I'm just gonna go in and just make sure you're getting all those little remnants off. You don't have to scrub terribly hard, but just want to kind of get any of those leftovers. Again, the main component of this working correctly is just having a clean surface for the caulk to adhere to, so anything you can do to help that out. This is just one extra step.